Good day. My name is Nosi Poqabe. I'm part of the Scientist Citizens. We were given a task to monitor any stream of our choice for 3 months. So I'm going to be taking you through the journey we had, me and my mates. Enjoy! Welcome. This is Bronzebridge, one of the largest and most known waterway in Johannesburg. We found a lot on the stream. We found that human activity affects the stream like pollution, which then made us to think that we should introduce a program to educate people on how to help us to keep our streams, rivers, ocean clean as we get water from them. This is the kit we used. This was our vegetation area, this was our rocky area, this was our sandy area. This was us getting ready to search what we got, and we found different creatures and about 3 different worms, types of worms. And that was the longest worm.
At the end of our research, we found out that the test that we did, our results were a 6. A 6 in a rocky area means that the conditions of the river are not healthy and not poor. They're just a fair condition. But at the same time, we need to consider the facts that we saw when we were on the site. We saw a dead fish, as shown at the sandy area part of our first clip. The fish was dead because of the conditions of the river. It was rolled up in a plastic, showing that pollution, the human waste that we're finding there in those rivers, are not only making the river look dirty, but then they're also killing the organisms and the animals that are living in the water. My name is Nati, and I'm a citizen scientist. Yes, a river citizen scientist. And I'll be working hand in hand with my mate Nosi to monitor one of the rivers here in South Africa, which is known as the Bramspirit. Yes, that Braamfontein Spirit. So we'll be taking you through the journey of us engaging and communicating with our community about the safety and health of our rivers. Please enjoy the next video. And I'll be interviewing 2 people about the pollution of water and rivers around us. How are you? Okay. So I'm going to ask you 3 questions regarding the river and water pollution. Okay, first question. What small habits do we have at home that can silently pollute our rivers every day?
Stop throwing paper out and then recycle it.
That's a good one. Okay, second question. How many times have you seen people dumping waste near rivers or just outside the rivers?
A lot of times actually.
And did you know that heavy rains washes the litter and it ends up in the rivers, which cause pollution? Do you think that it's something that needs to be stopped? And how can it be stopped?
People.
No, it's okay.
How can it be stopped? People can practice restraint, and if there are dustbins around, people can just throw their trash in there instead of just littering it everywhere, and the municipality, garbage trucks and whatever can pick up the trash instead.
Thank you so much.
Hi guys, I'm Nosi. So I'm going to be engaging with the community to ask them about the rivers and how they pollute rivers and how do they think this will change. How do they think they will change to save our rivers from pollution? Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi Josh. So I want to ask you 5 questions. I want to know, when you pour oil on the drain, where do you think it ends up?
It's stuck in the drain because of like the science of it.
Okay, let's just say you open water, so doesn't that oil move to the river or something?
Yes. It moves to the river.
Okay. Have you ever littered?
Yes.
Have you ever thought that when heavy rain comes, it actually takes that paper that you littered to the river?
I don't know. Maybe. Does it?
Yes, it does. So since now you know, what are you going to change?
Stop. I'm going to stop looking.
Okay.
if you were drinking from the same rivers, do you think that when you go to Lita actually?
No, but I don't drink from rivers. But the answer is no.
But I'm saying that. Yeah, okay, Josh. Okay. What small habits do you think could actually lead to polluting our rivers every day?
What small habits? What?
Small house habits
Yeah.
that you think that could lead to polluting the rivers every day? Okay, like basically I mean like little things that you do at home, when you're washing your dishes.
I don't know how to. When you put food in the sink. Yeah.
Thank you for your time.
And that is the end of our community engagement. Thank you. So this was us going to our second test. This was still our vegetation area, our sandy area, our rocky area. And this was us starting our second research. Mind you, when we were doing our second research, the results were way better because the day before we went, there was a heavy rain in Joburg. And yeah, so the results were much better from our first test. And then these were the results of our water can. Yeah.
Second testing was done on the day after it had rained the day before, meaning that the litter and everything that was found in the streets was pushed into the storm drainages by the rain. We should also keep in mind that not only do we find plastics and papers in the streets, but then we also find petrol stains, oil stains, and all those stains, they were also pushed by the water, washed off the streets by the water into the river, which is why I would like to believe that's why it led to the results that we found, because our results not only did they decline, but they declined rapidly. We went from a 6, which was a fair condition, to a 5.3, a solid 5.3, which is a very poor condition.
So this was the end of our second research. Our final test. I was so excited for this day. Okay, so still vegetation area was still the same, and our sandy area was still the same, our rocky area was the same, and this was us starting the process. I don't want to lie, on this day we were so excited that we are finally done, and it's like we're finally getting finished with this research. And honestly speaking, we learned time management, we learned a lot about this species, because every time we go we'll always find a better results. I think it's because it's a rainy season, so yeah. So this was Naxi busy trying to find, there was one creature that was busy running away from us, but yeah, we managed to catch it, and she was so busy with this, and yeah, we're still looking for more creatures, I think. And then this was us now being busy trying to like understand which creature was that one. And then I decided to make a video. I don't know what I was talking about, but I think I was telling people that, hey guys, this thing, we are finally done. And yeah, I was super excited, as you can see, and this was the result that we got on our last test. Yeah.
With some amount of research, I've also been able to identify cholera cases, all due to contaminated water in places like Limpopo. This is the article explaining the cases. There were over 4 deaths and 1,027 hospitalized residents who are drinking water from that are sourced from the Limpopo River. Why am I speaking of the Limpopo River, as you may ask, while I'm doing a research in Gauteng? Let me tell you why. As you can see in the map that I've provided above, there is the Braamsfruit River and the Ciskei River. The Braamsfruit River, which runs through the Ciskei River, the Ciskei River, which runs into the Limpopo River. The Limpopo River being one of the major water supply sources in South Africa for the residents living in Limpopo. So whatever contamination, pollution that is found in the Braamsfruit, some of it get left behind in the Ciskei River stream, which ends up in the Limpopo River. So the Braamsfruit River's pollution does not only affect the Braamsfruit, but also affects other streams and other water sources. Our team's test results revealed that the Braamfontein River is not healthy for drinking or aquatic life, mainly due to litter, chemical runoff, and invasive plants choking the ecosystem. But instead of just identifying the problem, our team also focused on affordable and practical ways to clean the river and keep it clean. These solutions mostly cost us like community engagement, community effort, and not much money at all. So, to start us off with the actions to be taken, I'll start with the short-term actions, the ones that need to be taken now and the ones that do not take much time at all to install. Like, first off, community cleanups. We can arrange community cleanups to remove plastics and tins along the riverbanks. This costs almost nothing. With gloves, reusable bags, and teamwork, we can restore visible cleanliness almost immediately. Then secondly, we can install trash bomb nets. What are trash bomb nets, you can ask? These are simple floating barriers made from recycled bottles, rocks, and mesh to stop